This year in STARS, Leandra and I worked on a Mondrian sculpture. A Mondrian sculpture includes shapes to make a bigger shape. The colors we used were primary colors, and they also included black and white. It took us about 2 weeks to do this project.
Okay, this is a painting I did in 8th grade STARS, and it's an impressionist painting, and I used acrylic paint. It took around a month for me to finish it, and I saw this picture online and I thought it was beautiful, and that's why I painted it.
It's a reproduction of another painting. It's actually a paper cutout of the painting, pasted on the cardboard, and then I painted over it with different colors than the original. Miss Castriani gave me the idea to cut the picture out and put it on a piece of cardboard, but then I just searched up a random painting on Google, and this was one of the first things I found, and I really liked it, and I felt like I could really make it my own, so then I just decided to do it. It was very interesting. Like, there was a lot of different colors in it, and I liked the idea of that. It took me about 2 weeks to do. Well, my second project is a oil pastel drawing of Beyonce. I picked it because I've always loved doing oil pastel drawings of people, and I felt like Beyonce would be a little bit of a challenge for me to do her, so I just decided, hey, I'll just do it, give it a shot. This took me about a month to do. I love art because it gives me a way to express myself, and it gives me a way to show people like who I really am without even like speaking, because you know, a picture tells 1,000 words. I think I might keep doing it for fun. I don't think it's really what I want to do for a living, but it's definitely a hobby of mine that I really enjoy doing.
My painting would be called The Fruit of Patriotism. When Ms. Castriani told us, we had to, make something special, I thought making fruits under the American flag would be something else other than what people would usually do. It took me about, I'd say, 3 days, 3 class periods to work on it, and an extra day to make corrections on it. I felt like patriotism is something that we should embrace more these days, because today it feels like patriotism is becoming less of a subject to talk about.
I did this painting because it looked interesting to do, and I just did it, and it took 2 days to do it. I used a scratching stick to make the glitter, and then I used markers to do the colors. The flag, because it looked patriotic in it, because the picture had flags in it, and I did the flags.
For the art show, I made a horse on a merry-go-round. First, you have to use the black paper, and then you have to use a stick, and then color comes out. I like to draw animals and stuff. Animals. My brother, he does. He can draw people and he can draw animals. He's been doing projects in high school.
I made a clay dragon. What inspired me to do this is because we had to do an animal. So I wanted to do an underwater animal. So I picked a shark, but the shark didn't really work out, so it turned into a dragon. I used clay and multiple paints to do this. It took me at least 3 days to 4 days to finish this piece.
I drew, he's a 9-tailed fox from my favorite series, Naruto. And I drew him specifically because we were supposed to be able to draw designs in it, and I wanted to do him because he's a really cool character. And I'd say it took me STARS classes, I don't know how long exactly, but I'd say if I would sit down and do it right now, it would probably take me an hour or 2 to do it. I've always really had a special thing for art. It's always been there. I've always loved to draw, and I guess now that I'm getting older and I'm getting more experience, I'm really starting to think about pursuing a career in it because I really do enjoy it. I just enjoy looking at things and drawing them and then seeing, comparing it to what I drew and coming up with new ideas, and hopefully maybe I'll be able to incorporate that into a series.
What I drew was a flower, and it was a class project. So when I drew it, I just thought of different kind of colors. And when I drew it, it was just a mix of mix of colors. It depends what I'm gonna draw. Like I could draw a sculpture of something like the sky and like the river, or flowers like that.
The first painting is a floral, and I used crayons to outline it, and then I used colored water to go over it, so the colors would seep into the outline and it would create the picture. The second one was a sunset painting that I did. I just really like the picture of it, like it's just pretty, I guess. So I used a picture to look off of it and like draw from that, but other than that, I pretty much used it my own. I do art, not that often, but when I do, I really try hard to focus on it. And it's good because it lets you do whatever you want, whenever you want, and there's no rules to it or anything. You can do whatever you want. I think I'm creative because I'm always trying to come up with new ideas and stuff, and trying not to copy off of other people and trying to make people copy off of me.